are going to be witnessing one of the most interesting rivalries I believe we've ever seen in the sport. I'm talking about Hayden Deegan versus Jet Lawrence. And no, I'm not talking about their personalities. I'm talking about their riding styles. I believe that when Hayden Deegan hits the 450 class, especially after he gets a year or so under his belt, we are going to be able to see an interesting and unique opportunity to see two riders at the top of their game with totally different riding styles. Jet Lawrence is known for that characteristically smooth, effortless style. He's very upright on the bike, and the dude looks like he's pretty much trying, 20-30% less than the other riders, and is clocking in the fastest lap time almost every race. Hayden Deegan, on the other hand, has a much more aggressive style on the bike. He gets lower over the front end, and there is no missing how hard and how aggressive he is getting after it. You can see the speed, you can see the intensity, and that's why he is, in my opinion, the most aggressive rider in the field right now, and certainly the funnest to watch. Jet is really fun to watch, but for a different reason. He is just so smooth, so effortless, is so naturally talented on the bike that he just straight up makes other riders look like they're a tick or two below him. Hayden Deegan, on the other hand, rides that bike like he's trying to strangle it, get every ounce of power out of it, and it is fun to watch because you see how much commitment he's putting into that bike, how aggressive he is, and how many risks he's willing to take. And that's why there are so many Deegan fans, because you can see it. He makes the sport more exciting when he's involved. But what is going to happen when we see Jet Lawrence versus Hayden Deegan battle it out? This is going to be so interesting, so fascinating, a clash of titans. And I know I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm talking about Hayden needs some time on the 450 bike. It is going to be a question how that aggressive style works on the 450 bike, because I have heard from riders that you can simply get away with stuff on a 250, you can't on a 450. It's bigger, it's heavier, there's more inertia, and so that's one of the reasons that Jet Lawrence was immediately able to just dominate on the 450, is his style was almost tailor-made for it. Not over revving the engine, not over riding. It's totally different from 250 where you're trying to squeeze every ounce of power out of it. The 450s are more powerful than you need. And that is why Jet Lawrence is just so good. So that is the question. How long will Hayden Deegan take to adapt to the 450 class? Not only the bike, but the riders. You're talking about a totally different caliber of competitor from 250 to 450. It is just, it's arguably as significant a step up from elite amateur to 250, because you are going against the best of the best. There is numerous 250 championship winning riders that never win a race in the 450 class. It is just heads and shoulders more competitive. You're not racing against boys, you're racing against grown-ass men. You're racing against Eli Tomac, Jason, Chase, Jet, Cooper. They're tougher, or maybe not tougher, but they're craftier, they're more intelligent. They understand when to take risks, when not to take risks. They understand the game, they've been there, they've done that, and you're not going to be able to manhandle these dudes like you do in the 250 class. I believe the dynamic is going to be different, and that's why it's going to be so exciting to see how it goes. How long does it take Hayden Deegan to figure it out? If you don't believe Hayden Deegan's going to be winning 450 races, I don't know what to say. It's happening. The question is, how long and what does it look like when he's battling Jet, and can he beat Jet for the title? I know I'm getting ahead of myself. I know it's going to take Hayden Deegan some time, but it is going to be so exciting. Next year's 450 Supercross, and I know we haven't even started 2025, and I'm talking about 2026, but that's how exciting it's going to be. Deegan is not going to accept second place. I can tell you that right now. Jet Lawrence is not going to accept this young, stud in Hayden Deegan coming and challenging his role in the sport. And his role right now is king of the Premier 450 class. It just is what it is. That is going to be a showdown that I am excited to see. I'm sure you guys are. We got A1 coming up, so we got lots of fun and excitement before then. But I mean, what can I say? This is going to be fantastic to see these two badass studs getting after it. So let's see it. But let me know in the comments what you guys think, how it's going to shake out. I love hearing your guys' comments. You made great points in the last video, and let's see. That's what makes it so interesting. From 250 to 450, it's like a new career. What you did at 250 no longer matters. We don't care. What have you done for me lately? And let's see what Hayden Deegan can do against the big boys.